Be me, 24, average dude, stuck in uni library cramming for finals. Brain fried after 6 hours of pretending to understand advanced calculus. Go downstairs to grab coffee, hoping caffeine will stop me from ascending to another plane. Line at the cafe, everyone glued to their glowing glass rectangles. Then I notice one girl different from the rest. Tiny, energetic, short hair with messy bangs. Instead of scrolling Instagram like everyone else, she pulls out a fucking Nokia brick. Not a meme case, not ironic. Actual childhood era 3310. She casually flips through the menu like it's the most normal thing ever. I try not to stare, but fail miserably. She catches me looking and smirks. Jealous? My battery lasts longer than your GPA. My face when I realize she just roasted me with a 20-year-old phone. Still in shock from being ratioed by a Nokia user in real life. She steps up to order juice, acts like nothing happened. Decide to stop being terminally online coward for once. Walk up after she sits at a table. Hey, so, is that thing real? Like working? She grins, holds it up like Excalibur. Yup, survived 3 drops on concrete already this week. Your iPhone could never. Tell her I haven't seen one since middle school. She shrugs, totally casual. My smartphone shattered. This was in a box at home. Thought, why not? Everyone's obsessed with apps. I just need snake and texts. She says it like it's the most obvious solution in the world. I laugh. She laughs too. And suddenly conversation flows. Her energy is so different. Not embarrassed, not apologetic. Turning what should be a downgrade into a flex. My face when I realize I actually want to keep talking to her. Conversation keeps rolling somehow. She's funny, sharp, talks with hands like she's casting spells. Before I can overthink it to death, I ask if she wants to hang out again sometime. She smirks like she was waiting for me to say that. Pulls out the brick, starts typing with lightning speed. T9 warrior tier typing. Thumbs blur like anime swordsman. All right, what's your number? I give it. She taps it in, then grins. My phone buzzes with a message. Just her name and a smiley face. But it's from a random unknown number because Nokia doesn't sync with contacts immediately. Text looks like it time traveled from 2004. I reply with a meme sticker out of habit. Instantly regret it. She stares at her screen, confused. My phone doesn't do whatever that was. Did you just send me hieroglyphics? I die inside. She laughs so hard people in the cafe look over. Congrats, you just wasted your first text on me. Somehow, it feels like the best icebreaker I've ever had. A couple of days later, she actually texts me first. All lowercase, no emojis, just, "You free Saturday?" Looks like a message ripped straight out of 2007. Agree instantly. We set a time. Meet at a small burger place near campus. She's already there, sipping soda, waving with that brick in her hand like it's a beacon. I joke, "What, no snake high score to grind while you wait?" She smirks. Already maxed it. Can your fancy phone say the same? We talk, eat. It's surprisingly easy. At one point, my phone buzzes with a notification. I instinctively check it. She instantly calls me out. Wow, ignoring me for TikTok? My Nokia would never betray me like that. I choke on a fry. She leans back, clearly enjoying roasting me alive. But then she softens it with, "Kidding. It's kinda nice though. When I'm with people, it's just them, not 20 apps yelling at me." My face when a girl with a brick phone makes more sense than half the world with smartphones. A few days later, I'm at home. Phone buzzes. See, it's from her. Get excited, open message. It's long, like 2 paragraphs about some classmate doing dumb stuff in lecture. Except halfway through it just ends mid-sentence. And then he tripped over the nothing else. Thought my phone bugged, text her back. She replies instantly. Oh right, my phone cuts off long MSGs, lol. Apparently her Nokia splits texts after 160 characters like it's still Y2K. So a minute later, another message comes in, then another. End up with 4 separate texts in the wrong order. Reads like an experimental novel. I tease her about it the next day. She just shrugs, dead serious. Keeps you guessing, builds suspense. She's laughing, I'm laughing. My face when I realize her chaos actually makes her more fun to be around. She texts me again, short and sweet as always. Walk? Agree before even thinking, meet her downtown. She's got earbuds in, but connected to a tiny MP3 player, not her phone. I ask why not just use Spotify. She deadpans, because this thing doesn't ask me for $9.99 a month. We wander around the park talking about random stuff. At one point, she pulls out her Nokia to check the time. It lights up with that ancient green screen glow. A kid passing by actually points and goes, "Mom, what's that?" She bursts out laughing, tells the kid it's archaeology in action. Later, a street performer asks for song requests. She yells out, "Play Snake soundtrack." Guy has no idea what she means, but she's laughing so hard she can't breathe. People stare, but she doesn't care at all. I realize she's got this rare vibe, chaos, but the good kind. Finals creeping up, pretend I'm responsible adult. Text her, "Want to study together at the library?" She replies in 0.2 seconds. "LOL, sure, but you know I'm useless at math." We meet at one of those quiet study rooms. I actually bring notebooks, laptop, the whole deal. She strolls in with one pen, a soda, and her immortal Nokia. We sit down, I start explaining equations. Try to stay focused, but she keeps making dumb jokes. "So if x equals 5, does that mean x's boyfriend is 6? I groan. She laughs so hard the librarian shushes us. She dramatically covers her mouth. Whisper yells, "Sorry." Every attempt to get serious turns into her drawing cursed memes on my notes. End up not learning a single thing, but laughing the whole time. My face when study session somehow feels better than actually studying. One evening, we're walking back from a late coffee run. Sky suddenly goes full anime drama mode. Clouds, thunder, then heavy rain out of nowhere. I panic about my phone getting ruined. She calmly slips her Nokia into her pocket like it's battle armor. "This thing survived the washing machine once. You'll be fine." We try to run but end up soaked within 30 seconds. She starts laughing, spinning in the rain like she's in some cheesy music video. I try to play it cool but can't stop smiling. She grabs my sleeve, drags me under a bus stop awning. We're both dripping, hair plastered to our faces. She's grinning like it's the best night ever. "Bet your phone's crying right now," she teases, poking my pocket. I poke back, say her indestructible brick is probably gloating. For a moment, it's quiet except for the rain hammering the roof. Our shoulders brush. She doesn't move away. My face when I realize I'm actually starting to like her for real. A few days later, I get brave. Ask if she wants to grab dinner as friends. She raises an eyebrow, but agrees instantly. We hit a small ramen shop off campus, cozy place with steamed-up windows. She orders the spiciest thing on the menu without hesitation, spends half the meal crying from heat but refusing to admit defeat. I offer her water. She pushes it away like a warrior. If I stop now, the chili wins. She ends up laughing mid-cough. I nearly choke on noodles. Conversation drifts from classes to music to dumb internet stuff. But it feels different, heavier than just hanging out. At one point she leans forward, chin on her hand, listening like I'm actually interesting. I freeze a bit, try to joke it off, but she just smirks. Walk her home after, both pretending it's casual. But my brain won't shut up. This isn't just friend energy anymore. Next week we're hanging out again, just chilling on a bench near campus. Conversation drifts into deeper stuff. Family, what we want to do after uni. She's quieter than usual, actually thoughtful. For a second it feels like some indie movie scene. Then it happens. Her Nokia explodes with the most cursed polyphonic ringtone ever created. Not even a normal one. Some janky MIDI version of Barbie Girl. The sound shatters the moment like a brick through glass. She fumbles in her bag, face red from laughing and embarrassment. "Oh God, I forgot that was still my ringtone." I'm dying, wheezing so hard people stare. She finally answers with a casual, "Yo," like nothing happened. After she hangs up, she shrugs. "See? Modern phones have Spotify. I am Spotify." We both lose it again. Romantic tension, absolutely murdered by Aqua. Decide it's time to introduce her to some of my friends. Invite her to join us for pizza night at a buddy's apartment. Half expecting her chaotic energy to clash with the group. Instead, she just takes over the room. Within 10 minutes, she's roasting my friend Dave for his awful playlist. Challenges another guy to snake on her Nokia. Absolutely destroys him. High score like it's nothing. They start calling her the Brick Queen. She doesn't even flinch, just takes a bow. My friends are all grinning, nudging me like, bro, you're cooked. She's laughing, eating too much pizza, telling stories with full hand gestures. At one point, she leans against me without realizing. My face when I'm sitting there with this ball of energy who somehow made my antisocial friends like her instantly. 1 a.m., I'm in bed doom scrolling like usual. Phone buzzes. Incoming call. Look at the screen. It's her. Pick up instantly. Half asleep voice cracks. Hey? She sounds wide awake, a little sheepish. Couldn't sleep. Figured I'd bug you. We end up talking about nothing for like an hour. Her neighbors, random memories from school, dumb shower thoughts. She laughs at my stupid jokes like it's the funniest thing in the world. At one point, she goes quiet, then softly, "It's weird. I feel like I can tell you stuff I usually don't." My heart.exe stops working. Try to play it cool, but all I manage is, "Yeah, same." She yawns, finally says she should sleep. Before hanging up, "Night, brick buddy." Line clicks. I'm staring at the ceiling, grinning like an idiot. My face when a cursed Nokia call just made my entire week. A few days after that late night call, I finally grow a spine. Ask her if she wants to go on a real date. No jokes, no as friends, just straight up date. She smirks, tilts her head. "Took you long enough. When and where?" We settle on Saturday, small diner downtown. I get there early like a nervous idiot. She shows up in a dress, not fancy, but different from her usual hoodie chaos. First thought, holy shit, she's actually stunning. She immediately trips over the step into the diner, laughs it off. Classic her. We sit, order burgers and milkshakes like it's a 50s movie. Conversation flows like always, but there's this spark now. She teases me for cutting my burger with a knife and fork. I tease her for spilling ketchup on her dress. Half the time we're laughing so loud, people glance over, walk her home after, both grinning like idiots. She leans in, gives me a quick kiss on the cheek, my face when it feels like I just beat the final boss of loneliness. A week later, she comes over to my place for the first time. I panic cleaned everything beforehand, like I was prepping for a royal inspection. She immediately notices the scented candle and laughs. "Wow, trying to impress me, huh?" We sit on the couch, put on some random movie. Halfway through, she shifts closer and leans against me, heart doing backflips. I freeze, don't know what to do with my arm. End up awkwardly draping it over the back of the couch like some middle schooler. She notices, smirks, grabs my hand, and just puts it around her shoulders herself. There, fixed it. I'm redder than a stop sign. Later I go to get us snacks, come back, and she's found my old gaming headset. Puts it on, pretending to be an esports announcer. Incredible play by our awkward protagonist, ladies and gentlemen. Trips on the headset cable and nearly face plants. We both laugh until our stomachs hurt. My face when even the most cringe moments with her feel like the best memories. Had a brutal week, bombed a test I studied my ass off for. Prof basically told me, see you next semester. Feel like trash, avoid everyone, even her texts. She shows up at my door unannounced with 2 bags of takeout and that unkillable Nokia in hand. Figured you'd be sulking, move, I'm coming in. We sit, I vent about how useless I feel, half expecting her to just joke it off like usual. Instead, she actually listens. No interruptions, no phone in her face. When I'm done, she looks me dead in the eye. You're smarter than you give yourself credit for. One bad test doesn't erase that. Says it so firmly I actually believe it for a second, then adds with a smirk. Besides, even if you fail, at least you'll still have Snake World Champion by your side. I laugh, but that moment sticks. She's not just chaos and jokes, she's got my back when it matters. My face when the girl with the brick phone is the most solid person I know. A few weeks later, we're walking back from a movie. It's late, streets are quiet, air has that chilly bite. She's holding onto my arm, talking about how dumb the ending was. Out of nowhere, she stops mid-sentence, looks at me. "So, are we like a thing now? Or are you still gonna call this hanging out?" Brain blue screens. I stammer something like, well, I mean, I like you, a lot. She smirks, clearly enjoying me suffering. Good, because I wasn't planning on sharing you anyway. Then just casually takes my hand and keeps walking. Like it's the most normal thing in the world. No grand declarations, no fireworks. Just us, fingers interlocked, grinning like idiots. Later, she texts me from her Nokia. Congrats, you have GF now, no returns. My face when it feels official, in the most her way possible. Now that it's official, she starts showing up at my place constantly. My fridge slowly fills with her weird soda flavors and random snacks. She hogs my blankets when we nap on the couch. When I complain, she just wraps herself like a burrito and says, skill issue. She leaves her Nokia charging on my desk. Looks like a relic among my gadgets. One time I tried to prank her by changing the ringtone to a goofy MIDI tune. She catches me mid-button press, tackles me onto the bed, both of us dying of laughter. She insists on cooking dinner one night. Smoke alarm goes off, spaghetti tastes like charcoal. She shrugs, grins. Nailed it. Instead of getting mad, I realize I kinda love the chaos. Other nights are quiet, her curled up against me, tapping away at Snake while I game. My face when boring couple stuff feels like the best part of my day. Been months now, we're just solid. She still carries that indestructible brick like it's a badge of honor. Friends joke that I'm dating the time traveler from 2004. I don't care. She makes every day brighter. Sometimes I think back to that first roast in the cafe. Her smirk, that cursed Nokia glowing green in her hand. If she'd had a normal phone, maybe I'd never have noticed her. Now she's the person I text good morning to, the one I call when life sucks, the one I fall asleep next to. My face when all it took was a brick phone to knock me out of my lonely loop. My face when I wouldn't trade it for anything. Everything going smooth for months. Then one evening she drops it on me. So, I got accepted into an exchange program, another university, different city. My brain short circuits. Joke it off at first. LOL, you're just leaving me for better Wi-Fi. But she's serious, eyes nervous. It's a huge opportunity for her. I can't be the guy who holds her back. I force a smile, say I'm proud of her. Inside I feel like someone just unplugged my whole life. The day she leaves comes too fast. Help her pack, her brick Nokia sitting proudly on top of her bag. She jokes, don't worry, this thing works everywhere. I'll still roast you from afar. Try to laugh, but it catches in my throat. At the station she hugs me tight, way longer than usual. Don't replace me with some basic girl, okay? I tell her she's irreplaceable, and mean it. Watch her leave, fighting the urge to run after her. My face when the bench where we first talked feels 10 times emptier now. Back to classes, life feels dull without her chaos. Friends notice, tease me about long-distance Nokia romance. But she calls almost every night. Sometimes her texts come in, split into 3 parts again, still hilarious. We talk about her new city, her classes, how different it all feels. One night she says softly, I wish you were here. I tell her I'm working on it. 1 more year and I'll transfer too. We make a dumb pact. When I graduate, I'll move. She'll wait, I'll come. For now it's hard, but it feels real. My face when a brick phone love story turned into long-distance hope.